Hey everybody, this is Alan Quay with Reputech Software. Today I want to talk to you about leveraging your online listings for better visibility and local search. Now, online business listing sites are an easy and effective way to boost your presence in local search results and attract new customers to your business. Now, what I'm going to do is give you some advice on how to put these sites to work for you and increase your search referrals and inbound leads. In other words, traffic to your business. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to search your business in Google and go through the first few pages of the search results. Now, I went ahead and did this for a business, just a random business I picked called City Dental Group. And as you can see, I pulled them up here. But you want to go through these listings and just see, where you're being listed. And you can see here, well, there's Facebook. First few pages are going to be, you know, um, maybe your website URL. But then you'll start seeing places you're being listed for Facebook, Groupon, Glassdoor. Just go through these and just see, where you're being listed. And you should see, some of these listings are being generated automatically for your business. So these directories and review sites are automatically, listing them for you on your business. So I want you to make this a priority to go in and fill out all the information requested, and ensure that the information is listed exactly the same on each site. And I'm going to go in a little bit later about that, how the importance of making sure it's exactly the same in just a minute. But the next thing I want you to do is to see where your competitors are being listed. So just go in and search for Google for a few of your immediate competitors, preferably competitors that are successful. And again, go through the first few pages of their results. And if there are any listing sites that these businesses are appearing on, that you're not appearing on, I want you to create an account on those sites and fill out all the requested information. Now, a good way to do that too is just to go in. I Googled this dentist in New York, and that's how I found City Dental Group. But if you go through, you can see these people here that are in the 3-pack, Google's 3-pack. These are going to be people that have really doing things right when it comes to local SEO, and that's how they got here. There's some important things to do to get you here. One of them is to have lots of positive reviews, because I've mentioned this over and over that Google looks at that as fresh content, valuable content that they use to actually lead potential customers or their visitors to successful businesses that they can recommend in your local area. So definitely these three would be really good to look at. So you can just go into one of them. We'll open them up, and then we'll just go in and Google. Let's just go in here and we'll just Google their name, search them on Google. And you can see, here's some sites that they're listed on as well. So they're listed on Yelp and Facebook. But here's another review site they're listed on that you might not be. There's another one they're listed on Instagram. You may not have an Instagram account, but just go through there and see what are they being listed on and where are you not being listed, and just go ahead and fill out all the information. Because if they're really, really successful, then they might have the key with some of these review sites that you don't have. And once you do that, it's going to help you in your ranking as well. So another thing that to keep in mind is to keep key details consistent. Now, this is what I talked about in the beginning when I talked to you about filling out your own information. And if you see here, City Dental Group is listed in a few places. Now, they're listed in Google. Google has their information here. And one important thing I would like to say is you want to make sure that you want to use Google as your prime example of, of how your name, address, and phone number appears. Now, your name, address, and phone number we call NAP for short, NAP. needs to be consistent across all of your directories you're being listed on in your local area. Not only that, you also want to keep your website exactly the same. You want to lead them to the same website, and you want to have your business hours are very important too, and I'll get to that in just a second. But you can see here, City Dental Group is all joined together right here. But if you look on Yelp, for instance, they are separated here. So you want to make sure if you're doing it a certain way, if you have your name listed a certain way, you have to have it listed the same way in other areas. Here's another one where it's not listed. It's actually their website, but they're not, even on their own website, they don't have it connected together. So I would either recommend going in and separating like they've done here on Yelp, or if this is something they're trying to do um, for a branding sort of thing, then I would do it the same all the way through, because it's really confusing to the search results when they do that. And by the way, this City Dental Group isn't being ranked very high in the search results, and this could be one of the reasons why. So another thing too is to make sure the address, as I mentioned, needs to be the same. And if you look, let's go over here. If you see their address listed here, you'll see over in Yelp that it's different because they've got this floor 12 on here, abbreviated floor 12, and then they have this B/T as well. So right here, there's an inconsistency. So that definitely needs to be corrected, and you want to keep it the same as it's showing on Google. Another thing too is the business hours. Now I talked about that just a second ago, how important that is. So let's go ahead and open up their business hours. You can see that most days are open from 9 to 4. And then here's a Labor Day, which is, they could be listed differently. So they say hours might differ because it's a national holiday. But every day except Saturday and Sunday is 9 to 4. But if you hop over to Yelp, you'll see that their business hours, which is down here, is 7:30 to 5. Now, this can be really upsetting to people, and I've had this happen with some of our clients where they didn't have their hours correct, and a patient or a customer came in, like say at 4:30, and they were expecting to be seen because it says right here that they're open till 5 o'clock, but their actual hours maybe are till 4 p.m. and everybody's closed. They're going to be pretty upset if they get there. And so what'll happen is, even though they haven't even stepped their foot through your clinic, they're going to go ahead and write a negative review online. So to avoid that from happening, you want to keep your hours correct. But one of the big benefits to doing this, not only to keep everything correct, for your customers, is you want to keep it correct for the search engines, because this is one of a big factor for them ranking you high in the search results. So another thing you can do when you're filling out your listings is to post pictures or videos. Now, many listing sites will allow you to include supplementary information like images and videos. So I recommend posting a few high quality videos and photos on your site to increase the appeal of your listing to users, and that in turn boosts your authority in the eyes of the search engines. So if you look here, they've got some videos posted here, or some images posted here, and if you go into their Yelp account, you can also see some images posted as well here. So, and then they've also got some more photos, so that's good. They've got 11 more photos here, so people can open them up, they can see them, and then get a good feel for the business. So definitely, this is something you want to do, and it, like I said, it's going to help with increasing your search results as well. Another thing you want to do is use industry tags or categories, and I'll show you what I mean by that. We'll just go back here. Many of the sites offer the ability to tag your business by industry, or choose, choose a representative industry. So in other words, You want to basically do this very carefully and thoroughly, though. The more specific tags you provide, the better. So if you can add a lot of them, that's great. I'm going to show you some tags here for the Yelp account. They've got cosmetic dentist, general dentistry, and orthodontist. So this is something that you want to do. As long as they let you do that, then this is going to be a very positive thing. So you might, like, say if you're a restaurant, you might want to use the following tags like restaurant, dining, casual brunch, lunch, dinner. But I do have a word of warning. Always pay attention to the site's rules and only tag your business if it asks you to. Otherwise, you're going to risk being flagged for spam. So don't get crazy with it. Just make sure what the site requires. A lot of these sites have information where you can go in and sort of read what their policies are, what their rules are. So as long as you're sticking with them, you're going to be okay. So another thing you can do too is include a business biography, a bio or a description of your business. And like if I scroll here on Google, usually it's right here at the very beginning. So this one doesn't have any sort of description about the business. Either on Facebook as well, I think. Let me go in there and we'll take a look at it. And Facebook has like an about. Let me see. Okay, it's opening up here. If you go into the about, you can see there's really no description here either. So there's no description that they're giving for their dental clinic. And if you go into their Groupon, they have a Groupon page. You can see, sign up, no thanks. You can see right here there is a description that they put right here. So that option is really good, but you want to keep it, just a brief paragraph describing your business. And I would recommend keeping it under 5 sentences, but you want to write a clear description about your industry, your services, and your key differentiators. What differentiates you from your competitors. Write in a tone that makes sense for your customers or your patients. And avoid the urge to use like really big words or to pack in as many industry terms as possible. And what do I mean by industry terms? We're talking about keywords. Don't go overboard, because if you do keyword stuffing, you're going to lose a lot of points because of that. So don't get crazy with the keywords. Just write natural. Natural, include some keywords in there. You just want to write a concise, accurate, interesting description of what you do, and just keep it simple. You also want to include links to a few key sites. So include some links to your website, your social media profiles. You want to include some links to your review profiles or other key sources that you have for your business in your business listings. And what I would recommend is use slightly different set of links on each of the sites to maximize the impact. Now, one thing you want to do on a regular basis, there's a lot of work going through all of these things, but once you do it and you've done it all, you want to check it, because you want to make sure your these listings are synced properly with your business. Because whenever key information changes, it will need to be updated again. And there's a number of outside factors that can cause these problems. And I don't want to go into it too much right now, but there's like 3 major aggregators out there that take your information, your business information, your name, address, and phone number, your hours, your website, all of your information, your description, and they swap it around with each other. They spit it out. Other sites take it, and because they scrape your information, and then they go ahead and list it, and they might add something to it because of the way that they're designed and set up. So they might change the way that your information looks. They might add something to it or abbreviate something, and all of this is going to affect how you're being found in the search results. It's going to actually all these changes and this misinformation about your company is going to hurt your ability for people to find you in your local area. The whole idea is you want to get to the top. You want to remain at the top when people are searching your name, so you can get in there. And so you want to keep that information consistent across anywhere you're being listed on the web, any directory, search engine, etc. Should be the same. So now, one thing that we do offer, because it is a lot of work, as I mentioned, to do all of that, is we offer a really hands-free service for you, where we basically do all of the hard work by doing all the changes for you. In other words, we offer you a listings management service. And what we do is we can sync all of your information across 55 plus directories, review sites, wherever you're being listed in your local area, and the really good ones too, we're going to be choosing. And what that's going to do is going to, like I mentioned, it's going to help you get noticed and help you rank higher in the search results. So also, if there's something that changes, like say your phone number changes or you move to a different address, all you need to do is just go into one area and update that information, and it will automatically update on all of these 55 plus directories that you're being listed on. Another cool thing about our listings management service is you can actually run promotions for your business. I know a lot of you businesses, you'll have a weekly promotion, or you'll do a promotion of the day, or you might do a flash promotion. Come in just for today and get 10% off or 20% off, whatever. You can run that promotion in your listings management service that we offer you in one area, and then you'll be updated on all those directories and sites and review sites and everything simultaneously. So you can really benefit from doing some additional promotions for your business. So that's pretty much it for this one. So hopefully this will help you. I've included links down below so you can go ahead and help you with some of this information. There's a link there for our listings management service. So it's actually part of our plan, which is our premier plan, which includes it. If you have a plus plan or a basic plan, it's just an additional $50. You can upgrade to that as well. So it's all right there. And also too, if you really liked what I put out today, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.